Hey, shalom, family. Shalom, shalom. Now, this is a message to all these Hebrew Israelite cults, okay? And by Hebrew Israelite cults, I mean these goddamn camps. IUIC, Sakari, ISUPK, and every one that I did not name. GMS. Every single one of you guys are rebelling against the Most High. You guys are doing something that y'all likes. You're waking up the people, but then you're going back and doing something that he absolutely hates. You're rebelling against him. For one, you guys are hella idolatrous. And when I say idolatrous, I'm not just talking about the New Testament. I'm talking about the fact that you guys literally worship melanin. You guys literally worship melanin to the point where that's the first thing that comes out of your mouth. The first thing that comes out of your mouth isn't, oh, y'all is great. Y'all is a wonderful God. In fact, I ain't never even heard you guys praise the Almighty. What you guys say instead is, y'all's a black man. Christ is a black man. And we hear this over and over and over. It's indoctrination. It's a worship of melanin. And then see, here's the thing. You guys are literally making physical images of the Most High, which is an abomination. We know this. You guys are going to say, well, our people need to know what he looked like. No, they don't. That's unnecessary. When Yah came down on Mount Sinai, he literally said that when he came down on Mount Sinai, he didn't take any form. He didn't take any similitude of any man. Because he knew that if he would have came in the form of a man or something like that, the nation of Yasharal will be quick to make an idol, to make an image, to make a drawing of Yah, which is an abomination. Because anytime you're looking at something, you say, oh, that's the Lord, you in sin. You know why? Because Yah is all around us. Scripture says there's nowhere we can go to escape his spirit. Scripture said when we was in the mother's womb, Yah was with us. If we go into the utmost parts of heaven, Yah is going to be with us. If we go in the bottom of the sea, Yah is going to be with us. He's everywhere. So he's all things. Yah, Scripture said there's none else but Yah. That means Yah is all around us. He's omnipresent. So when you have a little picture and you say, oh, that's Yah, you're minimizing and mitigating the Almighty, which is idolatry, which is a sin. And that's what you guys are doing. You guys have got to understand, anytime somebody had a vision of Yah, that is Yah taking form of a man. Because we wouldn't be able to understand his true form. If you think that Yah is sitting in heaven and he got 2 arms, 2 legs, a penis, balls, then something is wrong with you. He takes the form of a man of glory so that when we look at him, we can see a king. It's all symbolic. Visions are always symbolic in Scripture. So that does not mean that Yah is literally a human being. It's ridiculous. You guys got to stop. Now, the second thing I want to point out, you guys are telling the Gentiles that they can't get knowledge of Scripture. They can't learn about the laws. They can't learn about the statutes. They can't learn about the commandments. You guys are turning white people away. White people are coming and say, hey, I want to learn. Get the fuck away, Esau. Excuse my French, but this is what I've heard. Get away, Esau, white devil, blue-eyed devil, blonde-haired devil. You're going to burn to hell. This ain't for you. This for our people. Something is wrong. You guys are crazy. If an East Indian man, Asian man, quote-unquote Hamite African, when there's the children of Israel in Africa too, but you guys are going to call every African a Hamite. When they come up to you trying to learn and you turn them away, you are rebelling against Yah, because the whole point of the nation of Israel is to teach the whole earth the righteousness of Yah, to get all the earth to worship Yah. I've heard these camps say, Yah has never loved the white man. God has never loved the Asian. God has never loved the Arab. God has never loved the East Indian. God has never loved the African. He's only loved the children of Israel. That's also false. Look, let me stop talking. Let's get into the scriptures, right? Because you guys are saying that the Torah is only for the children of Israel, which is false. and we're just supposed to be better than everybody, above all people for no reason. We were chosen. What were we chosen to do? You guys always say, oh, we're the chosen people. Yeah, we chose by the Most High. Chosen to do what? To just be better than people? Or are we chosen to teach the nations of the earth the right way to go? Man, let's get into these scriptures, because if we go into the book of Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 6, it literally says that the children of Yasharal are to be a light to the Gentiles. If you're in a dark room and you see a light and you don't know where to go, you're going to follow that light, right? Okay. If we go into the book of Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 30, it said that the Gentiles will come to our light. Now, what does that mean? That means when we do what's right and when we do righteousness, the Gentiles are naturally going to be drawn to us to learn to also do right and to do good in the earth. Because you got to understand, it all started with Nimrod. Nimrod was doing the same thing that you guys are doing, rebelling against Yah. Nimrod was bringing everybody in unity to rebel against Yah, because they wanted to build a tower to the heaven so that they can go back up to serve the gods of heaven. Because the gods came down, the quote-unquote gods, but they were fallen angels, came down after the flood again, by the way, taught humanity wickedness again, just like they did before the flood, mixed with some of humanity again. That's why there were giants after the flood, and taught humanity things. They were being worshipped, but then they went back up. That's the story of the Anunnaki, right? If you read the Sumerian text, it talks about the Anunnaki. They came down. They taught humanity great things. Then they left. They went back to their planet, right? But that's just the fallen angels. They came back down after the flood, corrupted mankind again, and then left. Because that's how much these fallen beings hated humans. So guess what? Nimrod got all the people together to rebel against Yah. So what is these camps doing? These camps are dividing the people up to rebel against Yah. Dividing, because the other nations are already in rebellion against Yah. They're already worshiping idols. They're already not keeping the laws. They're already doing abominable practices. So all these heathens are already rebelling against Yah. So what are you camps doing? You guys are enabling their behavior. You guys are telling them, it's okay if you do that because you're white. So go ahead and keep doing that. Go ahead and keep doing that because you're Asian. So you're dividing the people to rebel against Yah. That's what you're doing. And then on top of that, guys, after the time of Nimrod, nobody worshiped Yah anymore. Everybody was worshiping idols, the sun, moon, and the stars. Abraham, when he was born and when he was a child, Abraham too was worshiping the sun, moon, and stars. But then Abraham realized eventually, hey, God created the sun, moon, and stars, and that's who I'm going to worship. So Abraham started worshiping Al Shaddai, the Most High, Almighty. And then the Most High chose Abraham and said, look, Abraham, since you was the first one to understand by yourself that I created all this, guess what? You and your seed are going to be blessed. They're going to be like the stars of heaven, like the sand of the sea. And guess what? Through you shall all the people of the earth be what? Blessed. How can people be blessed? People can only be blessed through Torah, through the law, statutes, and commandments, correct? So how are we supposed to bless these other people? By getting them to keep Yah's law, statutes, and commandments. Now, these camps are completely disobeying this by telling them that they can't learn it, by gatekeeping what is holy and what is righteous. So you guys are abominable now, Isaiah, because you guys are going in the opposite direction of what you're supposed to go in. The book of Zechariah chapter 2 verse 11. It clearly states that many nations shall be Yah's people. Many nations will be Yah's people. How are many nations going to be Yah's people? Because of us being a light, they're going to start keeping the commandments. They're going to start doing what's right in the earth. And they're going to be Yah's people. Because you got to understand, man, our people are very influential. We're very motivational, inspiring, and just the way we talk. The amount of emotion that we put in our words, the facial expressions that we make, our hand movements, our body language when we talk, it's very convincing. So Yah knows that we are very convincing, persuasive people. That's why the top paid motivational speakers are our people. That's why they use us in commercials to sell products. They use us a lot in commercials. You got to watch TV and see. Every commercial, you're going to see children of Israel in the commercial to sell these products because they understand how persuasive we are. And you know, the elites, they want the world to be evil because they're completely against Yah. They're the fallen angels. They want the whole world to be in wickedness. And who do they use to promote wickedness? In all the music, in all the movies, in all the TV shows. The children of Israel, they use us to promote wickedness because they understand and we're very persuasive. Now, let me give you an analogy real quick. If you had 7 sons and 6 of them wasn't no good in life, 6 of them was criminals, they were thieves, they were burglars, they were breaking into people's houses, they didn't have no job, they sat at home smoking weed, they didn't want to get money the right way. And then you had one son who did everything right. He was responsible. He had a wife and children who he was taking care of. He had a job that he made an honest living from, etc., etc. All those 6 sons respected that one son. They looked up to him and they wished they could be like him. Now the father of all the sons was like, man, I wish my 6 sons could be like that one son. So what he's going to do is he's going to say, look, son, I want you to go to your brothers and I want you to guide them into the right way that they can go so they can be like you. That's what Yah did with the children of Israel. He saw something in us and he saw that we would make the perfect candidate to get all the nations of the earth back to him because everybody was in rebellion during the days of Nimrod. His whole mission of choosing us was so we can get people back to him. So you constantly screaming white devil, Asian devil, African devil, all this stuff that you guys are screaming is counterproductive to Yah's mission that he gave us. And therefore you guys are Nimrods. And that's what I'm going to call you because you're doing utmost rebellion against Yah's purpose. Then we go into the book of Ezekiel chapter 47 verse 22. It says that the strangers, the Gentiles, will have inheritance in our land. Why is that? Because these people will be Yah's people as well, just as we've seen in the book of Zechariah. These other nations will be Yah's people. There's going to be some white people who Yah is going to love, and they're going to be his people because they started keeping the commandments and praising Yah. Man, when you go on Isaiah chapter 56, you clearly see that the other nations, the strangers, the Gentiles, will have a place in the kingdom if they keep the Torah. It says it right there, guys. So Ezekiel chapter 47 verse 22 clearly states that the Gentiles will inherit some of our land, meaning they will live in the land not as slaves, but as owners of some of the land there, guys. I can't make this stuff up. It's in scripture, but you guys are teaching that every single Gentile will either be killed or enslaved, which doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. You guys are basing all of this stuff off like 2 scriptures that you misinterpreted, twisted, bent up, and spun around. It's ridiculous. So here's the question. Who does Yah love? Because you guys say Yah only loves the children of Israel only. Who does Yah love? Scripture says, Psalm chapter 146 and verse 8, that Yah loves the righteous, period. It doesn't matter what color their skin is. It doesn't matter who their ancestor is. He said he loves the righteous. It's very simple. I can't make this stuff up. Scripture said, let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Why are we sitting here holding back knowledge from the white man, holding back knowledge from the Asian, holding back knowledge from the Arab, when scripture said, let everything that hath breath praise the Lord? Last time I checked, the Gentiles can breathe. They have lungs just like we do, and therefore they have breath, and therefore they should be praising Yah. It's in the scriptures, guys, and you guys see those scriptures, read those scriptures probably 10 times over, and you're so brainwashed that you ignore them, or you try to find some way to bend and twist and spin these scriptures to fit your narrative, which is rebellion and taking the Most High's name in vain, because you're using his name in an improper way to deceive. Man, we just got to do better as a people. We got to do better. We got to get on our purpose. We have to do what's right in the eyes of Yah. Stop sitting up here and gatekeeping Torah and being being racist. Like I said, we were burning our babies. That's why we went in captivity. Research the Yoruba people of West Africa, how they were burning babies alive to idols. How they still worship idols over there to this day. And those are the children of Israel. Yoruba comes from the Hebrew word Yerubon, the house of Jeroboam, of the 10 tribes. And then we got indigenous tribes in the eastern part of North America who are also sacrificing their children and burning them alive to idols. And you also have other tribes in Central and South America doing the same thing. And these are the children of Israel scattered across the globe. So the white man, they went everywhere and they started to unleash hell on these people. And it wasn't because the white man is the devil. It's because we were being the devils.